Hi everyone, my name is Heather Smith and I'm Jonah and Evan's cousin, so Scott and Julie's niece. And today we're headed over to my parents' house for Sunday dinner, and we just wanted to show you the process of transporting Jonah and Evan anywhere. So the process of loading them into the truck, taking them out of the truck, and to just really emphasize the great need that we do have for this accessible van. So we're going to show you the process of taking Evan and Jonah into the truck currently, and then we'll show you how we're currently getting them out of the truck.
So step number one is I need to pull the truck into the street.
So he's pulling the truck out so that the angle of the truck, he's got a ramp that he bought at like Home Depot. So he's got a ramp that he's going to pull out on the driveway, and it has to be at a certain angle for us to get the wheelchairs in. All right, Jonah, Evan, you guys want to come over here? So yeah, he's got this ramp over here from Home Depot that he bought. That's out. There's up there. That's because
So even this angle is still a little steeper than I'd like. I have to add the extra block here.
He's got to add this.
It's still a little iffy taking them up. And you go open Evan's door, please.
So then, in order to get the wheelchairs on the truck, Scott has to take the boys and carry them into the van at first. He's got to make sure that they're sitting so that they're somewhat comfortable. Then Scott has to be the one to buckle them as well. And then Jonah just waits over here. Alright, so everyone's on that side, and then we'll go ahead and get Jonah on this side.
And all this time I'm blocking more than half the street.
Yeah.
I'm worried someone's going to come too fast to do this.
So Jonah is just turned 13, so he's getting bigger, he's getting heavier, and Scott is getting older himself too, so it's a little bit harder to
I'm getting older.
to lift Jonah. Yeah, Jonah's over 100 pounds. So this whole time Scott's blocking the street, which makes it the neighborhood street. It's been okay, but it makes it really difficult for other parking lots or other areas. So then now that both of the boys are in the truck is running, we've got to get these wheelchairs on into the bed of the truck so we can transport them to wherever they need to go. This is always a pretty sketchy process getting them on there. So it's got to get it going fast enough to where it goes up there.
Sometimes they like to turn too.
Yeah.
I've actually had wheels fall off the side before.
Oh jeez.
This one weighs 430 pounds.
430 pounds. And they've got two of them, so they got to turn it so they can fit both of them in there. Meanwhile, the boys are just chilling in the truck. I gotta get the second one. Hopefully this one goes on okay too. See, he's got that wood step. Just rolling it on there. And then Peyton's the best helper.
So one thing you know, the sticker price for these chairs is almost as much as the van we're asking to get. Technically, one of them, the sticker price was $43,000. The other one was like $38,000, I think. So I'm just nervous about taking these chairs and loading them up like this all the time.
Yeah, because it's so expensive on everything carried.
They're not really insured.
But also, I mean, thankfully it's a clear day today. But if it were raining, we wouldn't be able to.
So now we're loaded up. Let's hurry up and get out of the way.
All right.
And Heather's gonna jump in the field too.
Yeah, just make sure we can get
Okay,
both
3,
of them there.
2, 1, go.
All right, so now we're finally in the truck, and we're just headed over to my parents' house. It's just about, I don't know, 5 minutes away. So Evan, are you comfortable in this truck?
Yeah.
Yeah. When we make sharp turns, do you move side to side a lot?
Not a lot. Sometimes I just hold hold on to this. So
Try and hold on to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Jonah? Are you comfortable in this truck?
I'm comfortable half the ride.
Half the ride?
But the other half, it's harder.
What makes it harder?
Just all the turning and stuff.
Turning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want your legs up? Is that better for you, or? So you saw the wheelchairs moved in the back of the truck, so that's another reason why we really need it.
Often Jonah will fall over.
Yeah.
And if there's not somebody sitting that back there with him, then I either have to wait till I can safely stop, or I have to find another time where I can sharply turn the other direction so he can sit back up.
Yeah.
And with the wheelchair van, they'll be sitting in their wheelchairs, so they'll have their lateral support that keeps them from tipping over, and we don't have to do all the transfer.
Yeah, they'll be a lot safer. And Jonah, what would you do with a wheelchair accessible van? Where would you go? To other people's houses, like your friend's house, to school. What about you, Evan? Where would you go with a wheelchair accessible van?
Like field trips and go to the snow cone shop.
Go to the snow cone shop. So right now, these boys, it's really difficult for them to go out really anywhere. I mean, especially with this pandemic, but even more so just because it's hard to transport them. And so with a van, they'd be able to go to friends' houses. They'd be able to go to the snow cone shack as well. All right, so now we've made it to my parents' house, and Scott's got to back up. Important thing to note that the only way that we're able to get these automatic wheelchairs is if Scott has an area for him to back up where it's steep enough to pull the ramp out. So currently they're not able to do this system going to the Children's Hospital here in Dallas because there's nowhere in Dallas to back up. So in order for them to go to these doctor's appointments, they have to use their other car and just use manual wheelchairs instead of these automatic wheelchairs, which is difficult for the amount of autonomy that we want these boys to have. And so it's just important for them to know beforehand what they're going into as far as the angle of it. So now Scott's going to take the wheelchairs out and carefully take them down the ramp as much as he can. So he's got Evans out. He's going to lift Evan back up out of the truck. Once Evan's in there, then he's able to maneuver it, but these boys are just getting older and more difficult to lift. Evan, how you feeling? Good? Alright, now Jonah's.
So the wheelchair van that we posted about, we'll have a manual ramp that comes out and they load in front and back. And they don't need to get out of their chairs. The chairs will, with one the carabiner will lock them in place.
Yeah, so Scott won't have to pick the boys up. We won't have to pull out this ramp. And this is the process to go anywhere. If they aren't able to take their automatic wheelchairs, then they've got to take their manual ones, which is a whole other hassle in packing that wheelchair up and having to push these boys around. We just load the ramp back up. That's it. That's the process to get these boys anywhere.